This morning, a major tech CEO is sounding the alarm about the technology he's spearheading. Anthropic CEO Dario Amodei, the head of the company behind AI model Claude 4, has a blunt warning, telling the website Axios half of all entry-level white-collar jobs could be wiped out by artificial intelligence within 5 years, potentially driving the unemployment rate up to 20%. He says industries most at risk include law, marketing, tech, and finance.
These new generative AI technologies pose real risk to career knowledge jobs.
In recent months, AI has shown stunning capabilities, from generating hyper-realistic fake videos to diagnosing rare diseases through data analysis. The state Supreme Court in Arizona is even using AI-powered avatars to act as reporters and summarize court rulings.
My AI colleague Daniel and I will be bringing you regular updates.
AI's rapid rise could bring real benefits, but also real disruption. The people most likely to be hit first, young, college-educated workers in their first jobs, before they've built experience or seniority.
Who don't yet have the work experience to be a sort of a manager of a team of AI agents.
Some major companies already downsizing. Walmart cutting 1,500 corporate jobs, part of a technology-led restructuring. Microsoft laying off 6,000, saying it's aligning for the AI era. So how can you protect your career? Experts say double down on what AI struggles with, making human connections and doing things in person.
If you can do your job locked in a closet with a computer, those are the things that are more worrying for AI. Things that have to be in person and really with people tend to be safer.
And learn to work with AI, not against it.
It's really important that you've mastered your craft, your area of expertise, augmented by this technology.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Hey, what's going on, family? This time for Nopickspodcast.
What up, family? Joe, Nopickspodcast. Ah, damn.
AI coming. They coming.
Bruh.
AI coming. All right, so let me ask you the question. Do you think companies have a moral obligation to try to prevent technological advances due to what the results will be for the job market?
I do because anyone who's smart, like if you're a business owner, if you're a millionaire of a Fortune 500 company, or something like Walmart, something as big as Walmart or Microsoft, huge companies worth hundreds of millions, billions of dollars, Amazon. I do. Because of the impact that it will have on, if people don't have jobs, if there's a college graduate who has a degree, has been saddled in college debt, now he took out all these loans to pay for his college education, comes out and he can't even get an entry-level job no more because it's replaced by AI. How do you get experience for work if you eliminate all the entry-level jobs? How do you get experience on your resume for something like that? You know what I'm saying? They're taking away opportunities from college grads who already sacrificed themselves and put themselves in debt for that degree. You're taking away people's jobs without replacing them. So now you got a growing what are you going to do when unemployment hits 20% or more, bro? These are depression level eras, like rates of unemployment. Like, yes, I feel like you have to think about the implications it has for society. Yeah. If you don't, you're just asking for the collapse of society, but you're asking for some kind of bloody revolution. You're asking for people to get pissed off and somebody to fight back. That's my short answer. Yeah. Do you think they have any obligation? Because
I understand. Listen, I understand where you're coming from. I really do, right? Like,
here we go.
I really do, because I don't want to see people, you know what I mean, throwing out in the streets and all that. Like, I don't want to see regular people who worked their whole life and all that stuff, or went to school, whatever, and AI just come and take stuff. Like, if you people on Google, you put up Google, ask like, hey, what's the meaning of, I don't know, any misogynist or anything, like the response that you get is AI. It says AI generated, and then it's like, that's people's jobs. Like, someone already lost a job. You know what I'm saying? Like, so my thing is this though,
right?
Where I fight back on that is, if we wouldn't be America if we didn't embrace technology, right? Like we wouldn't be, even though all the listen, I'm sure you can list a laundry list of issues you have with this country, but you love it still, right? You wouldn't be anywhere else. You wouldn't want to be anywhere else,
right? But, well, we said it. Yep.
And the reason is because partly is because we're just better than everybody else in a lot of stuff. So it's like technology is a big reason. Because I remember when Bill Clinton was president, all this internet stuff started booming. We was like the center of the world. We were like crushing everything because like we embraced the internet stuff. But I'm sure with internet, what happened? Mad motherfuckers lost their jobs because it was like, yo, like the internet is doing everything better than other stuff, right? So it's like, I'm sure you had the whole phone industry, right? Like with cell phones, the whole phone industry, when everything was like, landlines and stuff like that. People lost their jobs when we start using cell phones and all that stuff. People lost their jobs when we start, sending emails. People lost their jobs, right? Like,
Right.
it's just like what I'm saying is it's just the nature of the business. Before, like you look at the Industrial Revolution, right? Like, so before the Industrial Revolution, we were doing stuff a lot more primitively, right? And people were more people were employed, and you go from horses and buggies to trains. People lost their jobs, right? Like there are people who've been training and been horse bred families, right? Like that just be like, okay, cool, nigga, but we're not getting on this horse for 37 hours, so we can just get on the train for 10.
Right.
So I mean, it's just what it is. And the thing is, like, we embrace it. We still use those things. We could listen. You and I right now could drop this computer right now and go back to typewriters. We ain't doing that shit. We ain't doing it.
Right.
We're not interested in doing that.
Right.
So I mean, I get the human part of it, right? Because I don't want to come off as being like, well, fuck these motherfuckers, let these die in the street, because I don't want to die in the street, right? So I put myself in those shoes or whatever. But at the end of the day, like, what company is going to stop progress, especially if it streamlines, you know what I mean? If it streamlines the product, if it makes it more cost efficient, if it's just, the thing is, a different crop of people are going to be are going to have to learn different skills, just like the computers, just like now, like the AI stuff.
But where are they going to learn them skills from?
What I'm saying is when that happens, I think a generation of motherfuckers probably waste away.
But that's going to be a lot of people too, though. Like, you gotta. So I hear what you're saying, right? I think my struggle is, first of all, we're smart people. We've done a lot of innovation. We've had a lot of imagination, and so you have to anticipate what this is going to do to the job market, what this is going to do to the physical, to the human beings who are going to lose their jobs, who are going to be without training, who are going to be without credentials, people who don't have that kind of education or that knowledge. What happens to them? Because part of a capitalist society requires consumers. If you don't have consumers, if you don't have people making money to spend, to put back into the market, buying things, buying goods, if you don't have that, how does your economy run? How do you make money? You need consumers. You see what I'm saying?
It'll take a generation. I think it'll I think I don't have any numbers or facts or any statistics to back this up. This is just my hypothesis on the situation. I think when you went from whatever was before to the Industrial Revolution, I think there was a whole generation of motherfuckers that just were dying on the street and fucked up and stabbing people and robbing old ladies and taking purses. You have the Industrial Revolution for like what, 100 years, 150 years? Like it was a long period of time. So it was like people were able to learn those skills, and then you could work for the train. Then you could, build the railroads, and you could do this and that. But it took a generation for people. What I'm saying is, I think it's inevitable that some people are going to fall by the wayside, and other people will thrive from it. And now we're like, oh my God, all those people, the internet people were like, because they were, at one point they were like worshipped, right? They were like, yo, y'all are it. Y'all 22 years old, fresh out of college, making like $400,000 a year. You remember, listen, you and I the same age. So we remember when them people was bragging like, oh, I work for Google. I get massages every day. I get sushi for lunch. They pay for this. They pay for that. Those same people right now are on the internet crying, saying like, yo, I can't get a job paying me $60,000.
Right. No, exactly. And remember, they listed the 4 groups that are going to be hit the hardest. It was marketing, finance, tech, and law. These are not like simple low-level jobs, bro. So we're talking about removing jobs. So it's one thing to add a machine to a Dunkin' Donuts and have one person manage it, because now when you go to Dunkin' Donuts, literally, bro, there's 2 machines and maybe like 2 people behind working the drive-through. And now you got to place your order through the machine, and they're cutting down staff, right? It's a difference between cutting out your staff at a Dunkin' Donuts and putting a machine to take your order, and then completely eliminating jobs for people coming fresh out of college, where you're removing all. You see what I'm saying? Like there's levels to automation, and this level that's coming, and within 5 years is what the guy's predicting. This level is unprecedented, bro. Like we're talking about jobs that require college degrees, that require actual education. Like we're removing those types of jobs. What do you do with those people? What do you tell them? They already went to college. They put the work in. They put the time in to get some kind of certification. They did secondary. What do you tell them?
Hey, Joe,
you know what I mean?
You don't need an accountant. Like with AI, you don't need someone.
You really don't. I know, bro. I know. And this is But this
You
is
don't need
scary.
what's that called? What's the person that works under the lawyer that prepares all their documents and do all the legwork and all that? What's that job called?
For lawyers,
you know what I'm talking about though, right?
yeah. My mother-in-law used to be that. She retired from the position. I'm trying to think of her position though. I can't think of the name, but I know what you're talking about though.
Like you don't need that job anymore because then the lawyer could just pull out Chat GPT and put the information in and get that, like, so he could save, that lawyer could save, I don't know how much some people, but that lawyer could save 60, 70, 80 grand by just putting
But
in
that's so. Question, right? I don't want to go into too much of a tangent, but because you mentioned Chat GPT, I'm trying to think. So because we have access to this AI stuff now, like should college even be a thing? No, because right now I'm hearing that there are people who are going to college, bro, and having all their essays are being written by Chat GPT.
Yeah.
All their tests are being done by Chat GPT. Like these mofo's are not learning anything. They're literally putting everything in the Chat GPT, passing their classes with a B or A, a 4-point average, but they come out dumb as a bag of they're not getting any knowledge. So like I don't understand, bro. Like I don't know, man. This AI stuff is like it's changing the game in so many ways.
Maybe the generation after they're gonna be the ones that benefit from it. But like, first of all, I would argue that Gen Z and Gen Alpha already fucked anyway. Like a lot of those people, they're fucking idiots. But maybe the generation, under them, bro, because they don't want to listen. They all want to be streamers anyway. They read at a 6th grade level. They listen. They can't survive without Chat GPT. If they not doing Chat GPT, they selling drugs, they robbing old ladies. Like they fucking dumb as shit anyway. So like it's a wrap for them anyway. Listen, our kids are the ones that's got the shots. Like we gotta groom them. We gotta hopefully the technology stuff happen while our kids are still in middle school and high school, and then it pops up, and then they like, okay, cool. Then we can train them to take advantage of it. Because the motherfuckers is in high school and college right now, bro. They gonna be prey.
Bro, it's crazy. A lot like I hear about professors like reprimanding entire classrooms because they're like, y'all can't just keep writing papers, letting Chat GPT write your papers. We know when you mofos are using they've been telling their students like, we know you guys are using Chat GPT. Like it's becoming a thing now. We're like, and I'm just like, how do you? So anyway, to keep it back to jobs, listen. Remember when Andrew Yang was running for president and he ran on automation? He was like, we're trying to address automation. Like it's coming. It's inevitable. What are we going to do about that? So he ran on that issue. I didn't support a lot of his beliefs and a lot of his things, but like, that's one thing where I was like, damn, Andrew Yang is onto something. He's the only one talking seriously about automation. And here we are, bro, within 5 years, if it happens. And I think it will happen, bro. AI is getting out of control.
It's inevitable, bro.
AI is getting ridiculous what we can do with AI now.
In the video, in the clip that I showed, there was an AI generated reporter reporting on stuff. She was AI. That person was AI generated. They were like, you could
give them the script and then have them report the entire thing, bro, and not have to hire that person. And now you got somebody. Yeah, you don't have to hire that person, and you can make them look however you want. You can make them look hot, fine, curvy, any race, anything. Make them look fine as hell, and they can look really realistic too. Like I don't know, half the stuff I see now on the internet, more than half, I don't know if it's real anymore.
Yeah,
that's how much AI has, bro. I see stuff on social media, and I'm like, I don't know if this is real. It could be AI.
I saw a video of LeBron James when him and Stephen A was going through their thing, and LeBron was like, "Stephen A, bitch ass nigga."
Yeah. So too, and I thought it was real. And then the comments were like, "It's AI, guys," and I'm like, "Oh my god, AI is ridiculous, bro."
Yeah.
I've seen it too.
Like a little bitch, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, hey, like, LeBron not playing with this nigga, bro. Like, I'm sitting there, but I see the joint that AI generated. I'm like, what? Like, this
yeah. So I wonder what the family thinks about it. Like, do you think it's going to come within 5 years, y'all? Is this something that we should really be worried about? Like, is this something that, big companies who are laying these people off, Microsoft just laid people off, Walmart just laid people off, UPS is laying people off, for whatever reason, like because of the tariffs they claim, but they just laid people off. Yeah. Amazon is going to be laying people off. I can see AI packing all of our goods that get shipped out. I could easily see those jobs that people working at the warehouses being automated away. I could see that happening at Amazon.
Videos of Amazon warehouses, like there are people who work there, but there are a lot of robots that like put it in this box.
They already got it, huh?
They got boxes and shit, bro. Like, I mean, they got robots that take thing over here and put it over there, and they be like, "Yo, like, listen,
y'all better be safe. Yeah. If whatever you're doing as employment, you got to think, can a robot do this job? Like, it could do. Am I really necessary? Because if you can say that about your job, you better be thinking my job's about to be automated away. Like, you really got to get into a field right now that like a robot cannot do my job. Maybe a nurse, an MA, a CNS, like a CNA, because we still need people to do certain things. Like I'm in a career now where I'm like, yo, I think I'm all right. Like I don't want to put it out there because I want people to know what I do for my job. But Ty, like I think I'm in a field where the AI ain't gonna be able to take my job. Thank God, because I need this. You know what I mean? Like, but we really gotta start thinking about that. Like, can a robot do my job? Because if so, you might be cooked. You might be cooked, yo.
Listen, let us know what y'all think, family. Like, comment, subscribe, and until next time.
Until next time.